I love discovering new ways to use crafty products, and in this video I am sharing a new variation of my metallic or hot camo technique. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik, and in the past I have shared videos and cards made with my metallic and hot camo techniques where I dumped regular embossing powders on sticky sheets and melted them with a heat gun for a textured camouflage look. Recently I've been playing with specialty embossing powders on score tape and then melting them with a heat gun. The result is a gorgeous textured look, and since there is no camo pattern, I'm calling it Textured Sticky Sheet Embossing. I'm not in love with that title, so if you think of a better name for this technique after watching this video, please share it in the comments. Just look at this awesome textured birds, the smaller one and the bigger one, on this slimline card that I created with dies from Whimsy Stamps. Can you see? I know you can't feel it, but it's very textured and bumpy. It's got gorgeous colors in there, and I just love how that turned out. Now this technique is perfect for background dies like these two from Gina Marie Designs. I'm going to hold this up a little further. If you can see that, that's got the gold in there and the blues, the light blues and the dark blues, and it really is very textured and gorgeous in real life. This one was with a new color I just picked up that had purples in it. So it has the golds and purpley, and I even used a little bit of glitter embossing powder on that one. And then this one is, I created the textured stars for a patriotic card for the collection of cards that I'm making for my brother's honor flight. This is the card that I'm making in this video. Just look at those gorgeous butterflies, full of texture and different colors. Really rather beautiful. I'm just loving how these turned out, and they're easy to make. You need a piece of score tape, like from Sue Quang, the score tape. It comes in rolls, and sometimes the rolls are thick enough, but the easiest thing to do is get the sheets, and then no matter what size of die cut, you're able to cut them out. So I've cut out both actually of the butterflies. This is a Sizzix, Tim Holtz Sizzix die, and I have put it on the dark blue cardstock with the score tape on top. Now I've done it on white cardstock as well, but I'm finding that with this technique, if you put a colored cardstock underneath, because you can see that when you pull this off, you do see through it, and so the colored cardstock down there underneath does make it work just a bit better, and I like the look just a little bit more. I am using some specialty embossing powders. I love the aged embossing enamels from Stampendous, and this one is Aged Aqua. And then I have the Chunky Gold Deep Impressions Embossing Enamel, also from Stampendous, and that is, you know, very chunky. I mean, you can use regular embossing powders, but I'm finding I'm loving the look of these specialty ones that are giving more texture than the traditional. And then I like the line of Bake Texture Embossing powders from Seth Apter and Emerald Creek, and this one is called Deep Sea. And so basically we're just going to fill up the space with, and you could use just one or you can use all three, it's up to you. I liked playing with the different colors together and combining a few of the colors. I just want a little of the gold. But what I found is if you finish it and you melted it and you think you have too much gold or too much dark blue or whatever, you can just kind of remelt it and then add some more and get it to exactly how you want it. So I liked the look of the darker blue around the edges of this. So that's where I'm kind of aiming this. And then I like to press down on it into that sticky tape. And then now I'm going to use my heat tool. I better close these up first, or I might regret knocking one over or something. Wouldn't want to do that. And it does get quite hot as these melt, and it only takes a minute or so, so I'm going to show it to you. But I'm going to hold it down with a pokey tool here. When I don't do that, and if it should go flying, if I try to grab it, I actually kind of burned my fingertips trying to grab one that was still very molten. So everyone's going to turn out a little bit different. We have the dark blues and the lighter blues and the golds in there, but I like how that turned out, and I don't think I'll add any more. Next I'm going to work on the front of the card. I got this gorgeous, in my mind, visible image stencil. I've been wanting it for a long time, and I finally found it in stock and purchased it. And I have a link, of course, to all the supplies in my description box if you like it too. And I am going to use some blue ink, and I'm working on a cardstock from Park Lane that I got at Joann's, and it already has that marbling in there, and now we're adding more color, and I like the combination of that. Oop, I got a little bit darker there than I wanted, but I'll spread it around. Let's take a look and see if we like it. If you use the top one as a hinge, you can lift it up and put it back down again if you need to. But I like it. It's a little darker than on the last one, but I still like the look. And I had a little bit of removable sticky tape on the back that I'll get rid of. So I'm starting with a square card base, and I just put a piece of white cardstock in the center, and then I'm going to attach this on the front, and then attach the pieces. I think I'll glue on the sore right away. Which I put a white layer on top of a navy layer, just offset just a little bit, so it is even easier to read, and I like that look of the offset color sometimes. This soar is from Quiet Fire Designs by Suzanne Cannon, and it is available at Elizabeth Crafts and is one of the links that I shared in the description box. And I just like the sentiment. Soar. Perfect for a graduation or any type of encouragement card. That stencil is so pretty, that would be a beautiful card just like that. But we're going to add our embossed butterflies. I like to use pop dots or other popping things on the wings, because when you mail them, you know, you might be able to bend them and have them stay up, but once they're mailed, they're going to be flat. So what I like to do is put a glue dot in the center of the butterfly, so that part stays down. Where did my glue dot go? I'm not seeing it. Excuse me. Oh. So a glue dot in the center, and then the pop dots on the wings, and that way those wings stay up even in the mail. And of course you might have to add a second stamp. I never mind doing that because I want to make my cards with dimensions sometimes. So this butterfly is going to go down here, and the body's going to stick down, and the wings are going to stick up. And then we're going to do the same here with this butterfly. This one's going to be in the center, and it's going to be down on the center and up for the wings. So you can see that gorgeous stencil and the pretty sentiment, and the two butterflies flying off the page with that textured embossing powder look. I love how this card turned out, and hope my cards have inspired you to give this technique a try. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.